Solve equations with non-negative rational numbers. That's a really long title for what we're doing, but we have been doing problems with rational numbers since at least second 9 weeks, maybe even a little bit of the first 9 weeks there near the end. And so just as a reminder, a rational number is numbers like your counting numbers, 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth, 0, and rational numbers can include negative whole numbers, but we're not going to have any negative numbers in this one, negative whole numbers, excuse me. So rational numbers can also be numbers that are written as a fraction or a ratio, where both the top and bottom numbers are integers and the bottom number is not 0. So a lot of actually all of the fractions that we cover in 6th grade are rational numbers. Now in 7th grade you're going to start seeing some irrational numbers, but we don't have those yet. Anyway, what I thought I would do for this is work problems 5 through 8, and you can do 1 through 4 on your own, because 5 through 8 have more mixed numbers, and those tend to be where students get caught or hung up on them because they're not quite sure what to do. So for problem number 5, we have 8 2/5 plus r equals 15 1/2. So I can't do the inverse operation, which is subtract. I can't subtract these because the denominators don't match, and I cannot add or subtract mixed numbers if the denominators don't match. So first order of business, I've got to list out the multiples and find the least common multiple to get a common denominator. So for my 2's, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm going to stop there. And for 5, that's 5, 10. Oh, I don't need to keep going. There's my least common multiple, so I need to turn this 5 into a 10 and this 2 into a 10. How do I do that? I can multiply that by 2, and I can multiply that by 5. If I multiply this by 2, I have to multiply the numerator by 2. If I multiply the denominator by 5, I have to multiply the numerator by 5. So now the problem is, let me rewrite it, 8 4/10 plus r equals 15 5/10. Okay, so I'm going to subtract 8 4/10 from both sides. Those will cancel each other out. R equals, let's see, denominator's still going to be 10. 5 minus 4 is 1, and 15 minus 8 is 7. So R equals 7 1/10. Problem number 6 now. We have 3 1/2 x equals 4 1/3. So a number in front of a letter means times, so I'm going to be dividing both sides by 3 1/2. Now, when I do these, I have to turn them into improper fractions. I can't keep them mixed numbers. So how do I do that? That's 3 times 2 plus 1, and that's 4 times 3 plus 1. So 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 makes 7. Keep the denominator the same, so that's 7/2 x equals 12, 13 thirds. Okay, so I'm going to be dividing here. Remember that when I divide, I keep the first fraction the same, so this one's going to be my first fraction. This one is getting moved over, that's why it's the second fraction. I'm going to change the divide sign to times, and I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal, so this becomes 2/7. I can't simplify anything, so I'm going to multiply straight across. 13 times 2 is 26, and 3 times 7 is 21. Okay, I can't keep my answer like this because we are expected to turn improper fractions into mixed numbers. So I'm going to need to divide now. Give myself a little more room. 26 is my dividend because it's my numerator, and my divisor is my denominator. 21 will go into 26 one time. 21 times 1 is 21, and 26 minus 21 is 5. So I get 1 and 5 21sts as my final answer. It's equals there. There's a lot of stuff to do on that one. You got to keep up with what you're doing. You've got to remember all your steps. And if you're like, I can't remember it, that means you have to practice. Okay, you're not going to memorize it doing it just one time. You got to do it over and over again until it becomes second nature. All right, this one's pretty easy. Number 7 says, I'll skip down here. It says P minus 3.9, or 3 9/10, excuse me, is 4 65/100. Okay. The operation is subtract. The inverse of subtract is add. I'm going to add 3 9/10 to both sides. And when I do that, I isolate P. 5 and nothing is still 5. 6 and 9 is 15. Bring down your decimal. 5 and 8. So you get P equals 8 55/100. Let me double check that. Yep, that's right. Okay. Last one is number 8. And remember, you're going to do 1 through 4 on your own. I've done most of the fraction ones. This one's also a fraction. So you're going to do mostly decimal ones on your own. You can do it. Just make sure that when you're adding and subtracting, your decimals line up. And you can even put placeholder zeros if you need them. Okay, but number 8 is another mixed number being divided by y, or sorry, y is dividing 2.5, not the other way around. And we get 1 3/4. Again, I can't leave this way. I've got to turn them into improper fractions. So that's y divided by 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 makes 5. Keep the denominator the same, so that's 5/2. Let's see, 4 7/4. There we go. Okay, so this time I'm going to be doing the inverse of divide, which is multiply. So I don't need to flip any fractions. I don't need to do the reciprocal of anything. I'm just going to multiply these straight across. 7/4 times 5/2. 7 times 5 is 35. And 4 times 2 is 8. Oh, my lights just went off. That's okay. I think you can still see. So 35 divided by 8, because the numerator is the dividend and the divisor is, the denominator is the divisor. 8 will go into 35 4 times. 8 times 4 is 32. And 35 minus 32 is 3. So y equals 4 3/8. Oh, you couldn't see what I was doing over here. 4 3/8. Okay.